Hello and welcome to another video of Archons Only, where we try to beat Genshin Impact using only Archon characters. So for today's video I just realized that there are some domain quests that I haven't done, and I should have done them like a really long time, because it only requires, I think, to use Electro, and we have Raiden Shogun since I don't know how many banners ago. So I think that this is the perfect moment where we can actually do it. We can get a new key for one of the shrines in Mondstadt, and that means that we get a little bit more primogems. Although the worst part of this is that we don't really need to get primogems, because there is no other Archon character being at least reported to rerun anytime soon. I'm really having high hopes to be the first Archon that we get in Natlan to be Shanle, because he hasn't been rerun since, I think, the beginning of Fontaine, I think 4.0. But at the same time, there are some rumors, I don't know if to believe them or not, I hope not, I hope they're wrong, that they say that the one that's going to rerun first is Raiden Shogun. And we already have Raiden Shogun. So I don't know if I should try to pull for her weapon, I know that's really good, or her constellations, I know they're also good, or if I should save my primogems for Archons that we don't have. I think that's more appropriate, or that's more a smarter way to spend our primogems, because we, at least I assume that in Natlan, 2 of the Archons that we don't have are going to rerun. Of course, it's going to be Shanle. That's been, I would say, a year or maybe a whole region without him rerunning. And also, we will have the new Pyro Archon, that also is going to be a must-have for us, because having Pyro is going to be amazing. We can do so many things that we're not able to do, so at least that's going to be helpful for us. So I think they should not try to get anything for Raiden Shogun. Maybe should skip that banner. It means that we're not going to have any more action for a really long time until we get one of the Archons that we don't have, but I think it would be the best way to spend our or save our primogems, because we can lose our 50-50, and that means that we need to get as many primogems as we can, because we have 2 Archons to get, and not many not many primogems as a free-to-play. Although Natlan Pro is going to bring a lot of new chests and a lot of new areas to explore, and that's going to always give a lot of primogems. I don't know if I would be able to collect enough to get at least 360 wishes, so we will see what we're going to get. I don't know how our luck is going to be in the next banners, but we will see what happens there. So the other things that you're going to notice in these videos, and maybe in the next ones, is that I'm trying to increase our talents levels to all the different ones. I think my goal would be to have them 10-10-10. For now, I think I'm going to try to get at least 2 of them to level 10, and then maybe the third one. It might be not the best thing to do. That's something that we should discuss. Well, I don't know. So I have a lot of crowns that I'm not using, but at the same time, having other Archons really close to us, should we actually spend our primogems trying to 10-10-10 them and use, not primogems, sorry, our resources, our Mora and other things, try to get them 10-10-10? Or should we wait and try to see what the other Archons are going to require, and what we should increase our talents in the other Archons? So I don't know, I would like to hear your opinions. For now, I think like we're not doing anything. I'm just farming weekly bosses and try to improve our characters, maybe try the Spiral Abyss and all the different things that happens, and some other domains. I should also start exploring some of the other stories. For example, we should go through Sumeru, and we should go through Inazuma. So those are the other things that we need to do. Of course, then we'll have Natlan. It's going to be worse, because we're going to pile up more things to do. But I think Archons Only is actually reaching the final content, if I have to say so. So we might not have many things to do, rather than exploring Tievat and exploring the different regions. So I hope that will be interesting. I hope that will be fun to do. Maybe some challenges, maybe some other things. through exploration, but we will see how this one goes and how much we can do. The other thing I'm feeling is that there is not much content in between updates that are useful for us. For example, luckily this event allows us to use our Archons. As you can see here, we have two teams. This is similar to what happens in the Spiral Abyss. So we have one team with Venti and Furina, and the other side with Nahida and Raiden Shogun. So it's basically the same team that we run in the Beast. And we got pretty good standards or pretty good results with these ones. But at the same time, I don't know if all the other events are going to do this. And we found a lot of events that requires, for example, to have a special character, to have a special element, even with the new end content that we have to have specific elements and specific characters to actually try it. And they should be at level, I think 60 or 70. And we only have 4 characters, so it's not even enough. So, and they have to have an Archon. So then there are a lot of things that we're not going to be able to do properly, and that means that we're going to lose those Primogems. So yeah, that's mainly my biggest concern. I'm happy to have these kind of events where we can actually use our Archons, although it's not what they recommend, and it's probably not going to be the things that give us the most amount of points. At least we can get the Primogems. So yeah, basically I don't know, it's the things that we can do with this challenge. I think at the same time it adds more complications to a challenge, and that's the whole idea, to actually suffer to get Primogems, suffer to get the Archons, suffer to get the wishes, suffer to get the things. It makes everything more complicated. It makes us think more things to do. For example, if we need to farm for Primogems, I should do Sumeru's Desert and do all the Sumeru part, because I know that's regions that we can use and exploit to actually get more wishes. So maybe when we get a confirmed Archon that we can, or we want to wish, maybe that will be a good incentive for me to try to do those regions and try to get as many Primogems as we can have. So, but for now, I think I'm going to continue doing the events, continue to level up our characters and try to make them stronger, and see what else we can do to increase the DPS potential of our account. So we're able to reach, I think it was floor 11? No, we finished floor 10 from Spiral Abyss. I think we were able to do only 11th first part. So actually we have to do a lot of things to actually increase our DPS potential. The other thing that we lacked was some healing. And some of you actually comment in the comments that I should run Nahida with a prototype Amber, and I think that's genius, and that would solve our healing problems. So if Shanle is not rerunning, I might consider to build up a prototype Amber to actually maintain or regen some life with Nahida and Raiden Shogun. So I know that's a course build, I know that it's not what you're supposed to build her, but I think that would be amazing and that would be so much fun. So let me know what you think, and let me know what else should I do to increase our DPS potential. So as you can see here, we're not being able to get all the gold, but at least we get the Primogems. And finally we're able to do 10-10 for the, I think it's the first or second character. Yes, so actually this is the first character to have two 10 talents. And it's great that it's Forina, because she could increase her DPS potential a lot, and she's hitting really hard. You're going to see it in here, like she's doing, I would say, between 8 to 10 Ks per attack of the monster. So I feel that's insanely high for someone. See, you can see a 13 there, 7,000. So she's doing a lot of damage. And she doesn't even have her her best build or her best, 20k. So her best potential. She's not wearing her weapon, so that's another thing. Like, she's not using her assigned weapon. She's still on the pipe, because this is actually before we were able to pull for her weapon. So in the end, that means that we still have a lot of potential to increase her attack and the damage that she can do. So after we a little bit increase the talents of our characters and maybe improve them a little bit more. I think that would be interesting to see if we can actually do the spiral abyss and we can actually continue going down or not. And if not, probably we need to wait until we get a new character. Basically, that's going to be, I hope, sometime soon. But I know that that's going to give us the boost that we actually need, because it means that we get Shanle, which is going to give us more sustain on the side of Raiden Shogun and Nahida, and that's something that we actually need. Or it's going to be a new Pyro Archon that I don't know what her role is going to be, what her weapon's going to be. I hope it's a Pyro Claymore, because we don't have a Pyro and we don't have a Claymore. But at the same time, I want her to be a main DPS. So that means that she could do a lot of damage, and that's mainly what we're missing here. So in the first part, we have Forina and Venti. So we can get some vaporizes maybe with her, or we can make a main DPS and make a lot of like basic attack damage, where Venti can move to his usual build where he use BB Shred and try to reduce the resistance of Pyro, for example, or Hydro to the different enemies, and move it into a more EM, more conventional build. So basically, we are going to see what happens. I think having more Archons is going to increase the way that we can do damage, and it's going to increase the way that we play our characters. Imagine, it would be, we're going to have 6 characters, and it's going to be 3 on each side of the abyss. That's going to be a great damage boost. Not only that, we're going to gain 2 elements. So that means that we're going to get more reactions, but also it's going to mean that we get more exploration. So the only element that we're going to be missing is Cryo, and I'm not worried about that because we can actually swirl Cryo, so that's something we can do with the teleport waypoints. But having Pyro and having Geo is going to help us unlock a lot of things that are not accessible for us, especially the things that we need to swirl close to water sources that are not the best ones for us, because if we need to use Pyro near the water, always the Hydra is going to get infused, or most likely to get infused into Venti's ultimate. So that would be interesting. We are going to do a lot of things, and I hope that when we get those Archons, I need to remember this. I'm going to make videos of them being useful to try to unlock different challenges that we're not able to do before. So it's going to give us even more chests, even more domains or other challenges that actually require those elements. Maybe we can get more Geoculus or Anemoculus or different things. So I think that it's going to be fun to get other Archons. I think I'm ready to get some more new Archons. It's been a really long time since we had one. Nahida was the last one to rerun, and or at least the one that we didn't have. Then we got, of course, Forina, but I think it's been, I don't know, maybe 3 patches or more without any interesting new Archon. So it's time to get new ones, and I'm super excited of that. So thinking about builds, I think that Shanle is going to be built in a, HP build to get more. Well, I don't know what I'm going to do. Do I want like a super strong shield, or I want him to also have some damage? Maybe I should do some damage with him too. I know his ultimate can make a lot of damage, so that could be a source of a nuke, basically. If you have any suggestions on how, for example, I should build Shanle, I'm all ears. We can start farming from before. Thinking that I'm going to get him. I don't know if that's going to be real or not. But if I have to prioritize someone, I will prioritize Shanle, because the Pyro Archon is going to rerun at some point in the new region, so basically in Natlan. So then it would be smarter to prioritize Shanle, that takes longer to run than the new Archon that's kind of hopefully going to rerun by the end of the region. So hopefully I get both of them, but if not, I think I will go all in for Shanle and hope for the best for the other one. So yeah, let me know your comments. I cannot speculate more much about the new Pyro Archon because I don't know anything about it. Probably it's going to use some of the artifacts from the, the new domains. I'm 100% sure that it's going to come with a mechanic that it's going to apply to, or it's going to be newly introduced in Natlan. So then, like the same thing that happened with Nahida or with Forina, basically. So I don't think I'm going to be able to pre-farm things, but maybe, no. Maybe when we know more about her, we can think of a weapon or I don't know, a basic artifact that we can do without having her or without having to basically rush her domain. So we will see what's going to happen. And really, as you can tell, I'm really excited about this. And I hope we can actually get something that we can use and it's going to be helpful for us. And for sure it's going to change the way that we play, because every region tried to push for their own way of playing. Although I have to say Dendro is being always overpowered. I think with the new Fontaine characters being really strong, I think that changed a lot. Especially with both Forina and also with Nubilet. They were trying to push everything so hard to use them. So let's see what happens with the new Natlan characters. And let's see how powerful they are and what else we can do with them. So I have to say that these challenges are going kind of fine. I'm not getting the gold, probably because I have only 2 characters on each side, and also because I'm not using what you're supposed to use to give you more bonus strength or other things. Some of them you need to use cryo, some of them you need to use pyro that we don't have, or use electro or different reactions that we're not actually planning to do. We're actually trying to do as much damage as we can in the small time that they give us. And I'm happy that we get silver because basically that's the place where the primogens are. If we actually need to do different things, we can even do bronze and we can actually get the primogens. So doing silver is kind of like, I would say, enough or more than enough. So I cannot complain. But the other thing is, I think you can choose it to be more difficult, because I think the enemies are not like super high level, but you get a better multiplier. But I think it's going to be worse for us because we're not going to do much damage. So I feel like I'm happy with the level that we're doing, with the power that we're doing, and with the amounts of points that we get. Probably we can get more if we play differently. Yes, probably. But at least in this way, I don't have to think much. I don't have to worry about being killed, especially in this half where we cannot heal, and we can actually try to defeat them mindlessly and try to do like big amount of damage in a few enemies and try to try to survive with that. So yeah, I'm not mad. The only thing that we care right now are the primogens to actually save for other characters. The other things can be farmed, and right now I don't have many things to farm for, so only basically doing the weekly bosses to get the materials to ascend our talent levels, and maybe some primogens because I'm running out of primogens, some books, some weapon materials, etc, etc. So I'm not mad about it. I actually been neglecting this account more than Fatui Only, because in Fatui Only we have more things to do and we have more things to level up, so at least I've been spending more time in that account. So maybe it's a time that we should actually focus on this account, because I think again, like it's happening in Archons Only, in Fatui Only, there are not going to be many Fatuis rerunning soon. So then we can try to level up our characters and explore and do other things, but there are not going to be many exciting things that we need to get primogens to wish them for. So yeah, basically that's the situation of both accounts. It's getting a little boring. I think it's going to get crazy when we reach Schnetzmaya. That would be amazing. I hope I'll still be doing videos with these accounts and this still be alive, but for the moment I think it's going to be a little bit more slow. Maybe I'm going to burn through my content really easily because there's not much to show, but at least you're going to get some videos and I hope they're not going to be boring. So with this, I think this is going to be the end of the video. So thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe and share if you really like it. And I see you in the next one. Bye bye.